Hey everybody, this is Kevin Davidson, your host for Kevin's Corner, real estate from a marketing perspective, and this is episode number 46. So I appreciate you guys. I'm climbing up in the episodes. This is a special episode because I only have one guest, not two, but she's an amazing guest. She's a friend of mine. And I always start the podcast by telling you that if you're a real estate agent or a vendor that operates in the Fort Bend County area and you want to be on the podcast, give me a call, 832-654-0527, or email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com, and I'll be happy to put you on the calendar. And as always, I couldn't do the podcast if it wasn't for my support staff, the team that's here in the Sugar Land and Richmond offices, Jennifer Smitis, the area vice president, Caitlin Cornick, Devin, the escrow officers here in the Sugar Land office, and Wendy Santana, the escrow officer over in Richmond, and of course our processors and our assistants and front desk and everybody that supports us. So if it wasn't for them, I couldn't do this. So enough of that. Enough of kissing babies. This is episode number 46, Kevin's Corner, real estate from a marketing perspective. This is Rhonda Gilbo. She is a lady that wears many, many hats. She is a real estate agent. She's a real estate broker. She has worked with the Women's Council of Realtor and Houston Association of Realtors.
Correct.
So say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody. How are you? I am so honored to be here with Kevin. And he's right. I wear a lot of hats like he does as well. And we are so appreciative to have Kevin Davidson in our market and doing everything that he does for us. And I am delighted to be here today.
Awesome. So tell everybody real quick, how long you've been a real estate agent? What kind of real estate agent do you like to be? Are you a buyer's agent, seller's agent, investor's agent, leasing agent? And kind of how you got into it.
So I have been in the real estate industry for 18 years. I am a broker, worked with an independent worked for an independent brokerage when I first got started for about 4 years. I always knew that I wanted to be my own broker. And so I actually kind of got into this business because I actually bought my first home in California in Sacramento when I was about 26.
That was a price tag, wasn't it?
It was a pretty price tag, but I didn't know the difference because I was working and living in California. So it was just kind of like a thing to do, right? Yeah. And so bought the home, really had a great process. I will say that the person that was my realtor and my lender, they actually walked me through the process. I was a young lady, and so it was very streamlined, hassle-free at that time. And I thought, you know what? If it weren't for them, I probably would not have been a homeowner even at that age. Right. And so that really left an impression upon me because most people that I would talk to would say, oh, it was the worst process, and you know what I mean? It was a headache, but it didn't happen that way for me. Right. So as I went through my journey in corporate America and decided to do something different, I always wanted to be a realtor. So when I got into the industry, I thought, you know what? I want to be that person that the people were for me when I bought my property. Mm-hmm. So I got into the real estate industry in 2005, 2006, and I'm residential and commercial.
So when you got into it in 2006, were you in California or were you?
I was actually here. Yes,
okay.
I was here. Yeah.
Okay.
I was here in the Houston area. After my previous life, I was a grocery buyer. Then I was a pharmaceutical sales rep, and then in 2001, 9/11 happened. My life changed. Recently married, had a new baby, and I thought, you know what? No more corporate America. I was in Vancouver, having a fabulous sales meeting, and 1 minute we flew in to Vancouver. Didn't need anything to get out of the country, and then coming back in, everything changed. Flights weren't flying. You needed a birth certificate to get out of the country. So that had a major impact on me, and I called my husband at that time and said, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. Corporate America, I don't want to do it. So anyway, got back to Houston, and realized that I wanted to do something different. And that's when the light bulb came on for me to get into the real estate industry. So,
When did you end up going from California to Houston?
you know what? I must say that the pharmaceutical industry changed a lot, and the company that I worked for downsized, so that eliminated my territory. And I ended up moving to the Houston area, taking some part-time pharmaceutical assignments, got on with Merck Pharmaceuticals. So I did pharmaceutical sales in Houston in Medical Center for a while. And then, of course, like I said, 9/11 happened. I'd recently gotten married. And one thing after another. We had some other businesses that I worked in, but it all led
So you
me
moved
to
from
here.
California to Texas
Yes.
for work.
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
So why do you, what is it? You've been an agent now, or now you're a broker for 18 years. What is it about real estate that you like so much?
I love helping people. I love helping people realize that their dreams can come true. And for the most part, making them also, or educating them through the process, and forget about what everybody tells you about real estate and their process.
Right.
I want to make the difference for them and take the hassle out of it, take the stress out of it. And sometimes, that's shouldering their issues and their problems. Let me worry about all that. Let me take care of that for you. And, and make a difference in people's lives.
Makes them feel better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, what kind of an agent do you like to be? Do you like to work with buyers, sellers?
I love working with buyers, but I find myself really as a listing agent. And it's kind of interesting. After you've been in the business for a while, I really do both. Okay. Because now I have most of my clients are referrals. So they'll sell a home, buy a home. So, it's not just buying a home. It's, that repeat business and referring me. So, how can you deny someone, and say, hey, I'm only going to be your listing agent.
Right.
I'm not. So when people really like to work with you and you build a relationship, let me just say that my whole business is built on building relationships. And so my buyers end up being like friends, family. And so, we're constantly in communication. When they run into someone that they work with, or they have children that want to buy, quite naturally they'll come to me, and I'll represent them as well. So, I do both.
And then somewhere down the road, they've been in the house long enough, they decide it's time to sell.
Then I am that.
Sell it,
that's right.
And then they also need to buy another one so they have a place to live. So
Exactly.
It's a never-ending cycle.
A never-ending cycle. And, then they'll, say, hey, you know what? I've got my own practice, or, I'm starting a business. So, I get into that commercial side as well. But luckily, my husband does a lot of the commercial. I do a little leases and things like that. Open that door up if I have a client, because I always say you get 2 for 1, because,
Right.
We both do real estate. So I usually give that to him.
You want to give him a little shout out?
I'm going to give him a little
Sitting right over
shout
there.
out. Hey, Bo. That's my boo thing. He's the commercial guy. And, that's really a blessing, because I, often get commercial deals, and he can facilitate that, take them over, and work on the commercial side, even though he does residential too. But it's nice to be able to have that added value.
Of course. It's an additional piece to your business model.
Absolutely.
So now you're a broker, okay? So your company is called
Prosperity Realty Group.
Okay, Prosperity Realty Group. So she's a broker.
Yes.
And you're also very, very involved in the real estate industry. So
Yes.
you were also, if I'm correct, and tell me if I'm wrong, past president
Yes.
of the Women's Council of Realtors, Fort Bend County.
Correct. So I found myself, doing real estate, realizing that, me also as a home owner, to really be able to assist my clients, you have to be an advocate, right? And you have to really know what's going on in the marketplace, to be able to usher them into home ownership.
You have to be involved.
Absolutely. So I had a friend that was also, in Women's Council and said, hey, you really need to be a part of this organization. And so I actually initially got into Women's Council, really supporting her, and found that they had so many different things to offer. Women's Council of Realtors is an affiliate of, here, Houston Association of Realtors, Texas Realtors, and the National. So we go all the way up to the national level, very similar to the associations that we have. And found myself working and volunteering and loved everything about, the education and really collaborating with other realtors and being a advocate of making our industry more professional, and the education and leadership skills that it teaches you. So I really, really enjoyed that. Ended up running for president, and I was the past president last year. I'm very active, and of course Kevin offers his services to educate us. We basically, we're very involved in the community. We're very involved in our industry. And, what I love about it is that I'm a lifetime learner, and I love being educated and educating. Okay. So that's one of the great things about Women's Council, is that not only are we being educated, but, we help other realtors. You don't have to be with my brokerage. We're all in this game together. And the more professional we are, the more we're going to win for our clients at the end of the day. I love to work with agents on the other side that are professional, that believe in what they do. They want to win for their client. And I say, when you win for your clients, we win for everybody. It's not just about me representing the buyer or representing the seller, but when we can work together as a team, the better we are. And I think education and collaboration is a part of that.
You are a team.
Absolutely.
There's two sides to the transaction. There's two customers, two agents. So, and you mentioned that I offer my services. I teach CE classes, and so I educate, and I also believe that even though I do teach people what I know and my knowledge, I'm learning every day. I learn things from other people that know things just like I do.
Right.
So you have to learn every day. You have to be open-minded about things.
Kevin has some great classes. We love his classes. Oh my gosh, he has some really great classes.
They're all marketing related.
Yes.
If you're a real estate agent, you need CE credits. Reach out.
He's the guy.
Reach out to me. So if an agent asked you, why should I join WCR, what would you tell them?
I would say that, one, you're going to gain so much out of what WCR offers. We offer continued education, leadership skills. We offer networking and referrals. And actually, I'm in a couple different programs. I'm in the Leadership Institute for WCR this year, and that's a national leadership program for leaders to, whether you want to be a leader and continue through the climbing, the ladder within WCR or NAR or Texas Realtors. And you learn so many new skills. And I would just have to say that, we came here today from Austin, and I was like, okay, we talked. I was like, I have nothing planned on Friday. And then earlier this week, one of my WCR sisters out of California said, hey, I have a referral for you, and they're going to be in Austin looking for a commercial. So, it was one of those situations where
go to Austin.
That's what we did.
Exactly. Yeah.
Made it back for the show.
Thank God. Austin is only 2 to 3 hours away.
Yeah, about 2.5.
Now, you're also involved in the Houston Association of Realtors.
Correct.
So why don't you tell everybody about that?
So HAR, Houston Association of Realtors, is our local association, and I am on several committees. One is Engage, which does education and things like that, brings that to the whole realtor community. Another committee that they have is called the PALS, which is a Political Action Committee, and TREPAC. So
Back up.
Yes. So our PALS committee is actually for Fort Bend. Basically, what we do is we help, or I should say, we highlight, bring in candidates that are running for public service office, whether it be, a mayoral race or a city council member and things like that within our community. And we actually reach out to them, whoever's running, ask them if they would like to come in and interview with our committee so that we can ask them questions about things that are important to home ownership in our industry. And that is a very enlightening committee. We like to say that, we are not in NAR, National Association of Realtors, we're the purple party. It's not about blue or red. We are about home ownership, home property values, and all of those things dealing with our industry. So we actually bring those candidates in and we talk to them and ask them questions about their visions.
Is that interview live?
The interview is live.
It is live. And
it's our committees generally open up, I believe, in April, and then you get selected. There's all kinds of committees, but I used to be on similar committee in the Houston area in the larger scheme of things for government affairs, and basically we do the same thing. So I mean, it's very important, and I know people are like, I'm not into politics, but if you own a home, we in politics. I mean, we're talking about taxes, we're talking about HOAs and things like that, and definitely people are concerned about school districts. So we ask some of the hard questions, and then we kind of deliberate. And basically, we actually are probably the largest association, National Association of Realtors. And so we basically put funds behind, individuals' campaigns that we want to support when they basically talk to us and we vet them and say, you know what, they're for,
he aligns with our values.
Exactly.
Stuff goes. Yeah. That's exciting. If someone out there that was in the real estate world, an agent or something like that, wanted to get involved in these organizations, could they do that?
Absolutely. If you wanted to get involved with Women's Council, you would go to Women's Council of Realtors.com. And of course, there are networks all over Houston. And then, of course, the Houston Association of Realtors. You can go to their website, har.com. And there's all types of classes, committees, and things like that they can get involved with.
I used to, when I was in property management, I used to speak or teach and sponsor events and classes that happened at the HAR offices. I mean, once or twice a week. I used to be Ronnie's best friend.
Oh, wow. Yes. Saw him yesterday.
And then, and then COVID came, and now the whole format of how that's done at HAR has changed.
I don't think we're still doing a lot of online
Zoom
courses. Absolutely.
And that's not, it works for the agents, but the vendors are like, I want that face-to-face.
Yes, there's nothing like it.
There's nothing like it. So, but yeah, I used to be like a regular at HAR. I mean, they would just, when the teaching calendar came out, they would just plug me in and say,
wow,
these are the dates you're coming. And then every once in a while, they'd throw in a date where I would teach. But I would just come and bring lunch or breakfast and talk for 3 minutes. And before I got home that day, I got a phone call from somebody that was in the room.
Wow.
So it was a great way to get leads.
Absolutely.
What's coming up for Rhonda as far as prosperity in your business? So
for my business, I'm scaling my business for a very long time. There's about 15 agents, so I'm looking to grow.
You have 15 agents on
I do.
Really?
I do. I have 15 agents on my brokerage now. Ask me how many are producing agents, but
how many are producing?
About 20%. That's in everything. 80-20, right? But I do have some good agents that are working and that want to grow and want to build their business. So I'm looking to scale my business. We are definitely going to grow in the commercial on the commercial side of real estate. 2 daughters just got into the business.
Really?
Yeah, so we have a whole family of realtors. And so that's kind of cool.
We need to go out to dinner and get these daughters to know what a Stewart title is.
We do.
Yeah.
We definitely do. So I have one in she moved to Dallas. So I'm moving yeah. So expanding in Dallas, and then one that was in Austin just moved here. So we definitely yeah, so I'm working with her. So we have that going on. We actually have a couple open houses this week for a couple listings that we have. One is at 1603 Millbury in Fort Bend, 77489. It is a flat, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, totally redone. I think it's priced at like $299, and when I say totally redone, I'm talking like from the flooring, cabinetry, everything. So, and it's a really nice home. And that is going to be Saturday from 1 to 3. And then I have one out on the north side in Summerwood at 13822 Brighton Park. It's $319. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It's what we would call like a 1.5 story, 1-bedroom and bathroom upstairs, like a media room, but nice home.
I had another agent friend of mine that's got a listing with a 1.5 story, and I'd never seen the inside to one of those. I like that floor plan.
Yeah.
I like the master bedroom being upstairs and by itself.
Yes.
That was pretty. I thought that was pretty nice. So. How can people find Rhonda on social media and things like that?
So you can, our website is www.prgpros.com. I am on Facebook, and that's PRG for Facebook. And we're also on Instagram at PRG Pros. And my email is Dr. Rhonda at prgpros.com.
Forgot to mention, she just recently got her
doctorate degree. Yes.
From
Trident University.
There you go.
So yeah.
This is the most distinguished guest I've ever had on the podcast. So.
Oh, well, thank you, Kevin.
So she's a doctor. So if they would need you for real estate or HAR, any of that other stuff, do you have a phone number?
Yes, my phone number is 713-261-6635, 713-261-6635, and I am a resource. I really love to mentor and coach. One thing about, I will say, real estate, there's so many areas you can get into in real estate, and then from the volunteerism side, it's just it kind of steamrolls, right? You find your passion, what you like to do. There's so many different opportunities, and then there are ways for people to move up or move over from, Texas Realtors to NAR Women's Council, and I think all of those things benefit your business. And so feel free to reach out to me, because we're also looking for the next leaders in the industry.
You want to grow your brokerage? You're taking on new agents?
Absolutely.
Give them the phone number one more time.
713-261-6635. 713-261-6635.
Rhonda Gilbo, folks. Give her a call. She can help you out, residential, commercial. If you're looking for a brokerage to join, you want to get involved with the WCR, HAR, or pretty much anything else. All right. She's got friends in all the right places. Awesome. Thanks for being on the podcast.
Thank you, Kevin. Really, it's been my pleasure.
Sooner or later, we're going to get Bo over there to be on.
Oh, we won't.
Yeah, he's gonna be on. He's an integral part of the real estate industry and y'all's business.
Absolutely, he is.
He's gonna be on. So thanks, guys, for watching this week's episode number 46. Kevin's Korner, real estate from a marketing perspective. We will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.